Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Chit Chat. It is a Sunday, and we are here to do just that. Better late than never, right? So, the honest truth is, I thought that I would not be able to make it for the show, so I didn't want to go ahead and put a thumbnail or anything like that out there, and then I didn't get a chance to make the show. But I realized that I could make the show at least even if I'm half an hour late. So here I am, and today we're going to talk about collagen, 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 collagen. But before we do so, since it is Sunday and it is Sunday Chit Chat, what we like to do is to take the time to welcome our faithful subscriber to the live show. So if you're just joining, go ahead and give us a comment, give us a like, let us know where you are watching from. And also, if you have anything to share about collagen, go ahead and also comment. We have Tracy, we have Jackie Mom, we have Brooklyn, New York, we have Linda. And once you are here, guys, go ahead and comment, because that's the only way I'm going to be able to give you your shout out, because I don't know who is watching. And one thing we ask you for this show is to comment, guys, and even if you don't want to write anything, just give us some emoji, because it really helps the channel. So happy Sunday to you wherever you are watching from. Gotta say it, guys, go Knicks. I gotta say that. Anyway, guys, it has been a crazy week, a roller coaster week, but guess what? We are here, and that's what matter the most. Now, when it comes on to collagen, it's a topic that I personally like to talk about, because collagen is what gives the skin the firmness. Collagen is what people are really hunting for these days. As a matter of fact, if you look at someone that recently get their face done, you're gonna notice that their cheekbones is up, their face is more rosy, and that is, hi Pinky, welcome to the live show. And that is because what they're seeking is a firmness to the skin. Now, what gives the skin the firmness is the collagen. So collagen is something that we all should indulge in, especially when we're getting on in age. As a matter of fact, not especially when we're getting on in age, very, very early in the game, because we have 71 people watching so far, guys. Go ahead and give us some thumbs up while you join us, and go ahead and let us know where you are watching from. So comment. We really appreciate it when you watch and you comment. Today, if you're here, it's all about the skin. We're tightening, we're firming them, we're giving you a look that's going to make you look way younger than your actual age by just sharing some simple tips with you. If you're new here, and I see we have a lot of new people here today, go ahead and start commenting and give us a little comment about your skin and what you are looking for. What is your desire? So I was talking about when people go get Botox and these kind of things, they're filling up their face. Now, because of loss of collagen. When you started to get old, you're sagging, guys, your face is just dropping down. You start to see deep parentheses. A lot of people struggle with the chin area. Then you look at your neck, and your neck is just not looking as nice as you'd want it to look. You're seeing the wrinkles on the neck. That is because the collagen has slowed down drastically. Now, what can we do about that? Especially if we don't want to go get some Botox done, if we don't want to go get some fillers in. All of these things that I'm talking about, guys, like fillers and Botox, are things that I personally have never tried before, because I have these simple remedies that I use on my skin to keep my skin looking a little fresher, a little younger for my actual age. So go ahead, comment, guys, and tell us where you're watching from, and let us know if it's the first time here, if you are new here. And we're here to help you to lift, tighten, and firm that's out. Why do we talk so much about collagen? We talk so much about collagen because starting at a young early age, in your 20s, collagen production start to slow down. When collagen production slow down, that's what makes your skin look older. That's what give you the wrinkle. That's what give you the sagging jawline. That's what give you the under eye wrinkles. Thank you, JOES, for contributing to our super chat. Your energy is amazing. Thank you so much for that. So guess what, guys? When this started to happen, that's when you start to look in the mirror and you are like, oh my goodness, what is going on? I'm seeing lines down in my eyes. Like for me, I'm like, oh, what's going on with my neck area? Like, and I talk about this a lot. My neck is just not looking how I would want it to be. So I'm really, really working on it. Some people start to see their neck. Some people start to see the deep laugh line. And some people, crazy enough, their eyes, the area around their eyes. As a matter of fact, guys, I think for most people, like I was looking at this friend of mine, mother recently, and she was getting like this nice hairstyle done, and the hairstyle is hairstyling, meaning that the hairstyle is looking good. But when you look around her eyes, you can see that it's just darker than it really should be. You could see the dark on the eye circles. You could see all of that. And this caused her to look way older than most likely her actual age. So we do not want that, guys. We want to look younger than our actual age. And that is how we're going to take care of us, by introducing collagen, whether we are doing internally or we are doing it topically on the skin. So first place, as I said, for me, my neck, for some of you, your eyes, some of you, your deep laugh, and some of you, even your forehead. Now, we cannot stop the aging process. If we could, a lot of people would be living so much longer. What we can do is to slow the process down. That's it. It doesn't matter how much money you have. You can, well, maybe a couple of years from now, I might need to take that back. Like, you, with technology and the rate at which it is going right now, there's no guarantee that you can stop the aging process for real, because the kind of things that they're coming with now, right? But anyway, for now, I'm going to stick to, we cannot stop the aging process. We can only slow it down, and nothing is wrong with that. Who is watching here who'd like to look as young as 30 when they are like 60 years old, or when you are like 50 years old? All right, let's just do it 10. Who here watching? Hi, Jill. Welcome to the live. Who here watching would like to look? We are also late, Jill, so better late than never. Yes, who would like to look at least 10 years younger? I personally would like to look at least 10 years younger. And that doesn't mean that you are vain. That doesn't mean that you are, like just trying to be fake. Can you say my name? It is Kam Cameron, RYR. I'm gonna drop the Y and put an I, so I'm gonna say Cameron. If I'm wrong, please comment and let me know. Who else is here? Camilio is here, or Camille is here. That's Camille Joe Asil. And who else is here new? If you're new here, comment so I can, and she's watching from New Jersey, so I can give you your shout out. Of course, Wanda is here. Let's see who else is here new. We have Lerma, if I'm messing this pronunciation up, but it's LermaabisAim. Welcome to the live. We have Yvonne is here, Stevenson Mills. Welcome to the live. And of course, Ilma is here. Taste of the Islands. Welcome, not new. Let me know where you're watching from, Taste of the Island. When I see that, I'm normally like, yeah, Jamaica. But I could be wrong, because it could be Barbados, it could be Antigua, it could be any one of those. Now, if you're here, guys, and you want to contribute, or you want your comment to be highlighted, you could send us a super sticker, or you can give us a super chat. that is how you get highlighted on the comment. So far we have one, and this is it right here. So this is what you do, and I think it starts at 99 or 199 cents. We don't force you to do it, but if you want to contribute, that's how you contribute to the live chat. Now, since you're here, guys, what is the issue that you have with your skin? We're talking about boosting collagen, getting the skin firmer and tighter. But of course, before we dive into the remedies and stuff like that, we have to let you know exactly how this happened, why you're seeing the wrinkles and all of that good stuff. So that's where we at right now, just talking about the cause of loss of collagen on the skin, what you need to do. Now, how many of you here watching? Seriously, I tried Botox. If you have, comment, guys. If you have tried Botox, comment. We'd like to hear your response. And how doing the you are watching us, guys, and we go on a spin where the video is spinning, just stay there. It's only going to take less than 30 seconds to come back on, because we're not using the fastest internet today, so you might see us spin a little bit. Just bear with us. Commenting is also what helps us. So if you are watching and you want to comment something to us, go ahead and comment anything to do with skincare. And once it's not medical, we'll try to give you some tips on it, right? And also go ahead and give us some emoji. That's really helped the channel. All right, so let's get back to the sagging skin. Let's get back to the wrinkles on the skin, and let's get back to how we can actually fix this without actually doing any form of a procedure. Now, the very first thing that you need to know is, and most people are going to talk about I have puffy under eyes. So we're going to address that too, because that is also very, very important. So let's go to the collagen first, guys. Now, if you find that your skin, this is how you test to know, and I normally share this years ago with you all. How do you know when your skin is losing collagen if you can't even see it visible? Like, you don't see the wrinkles yet, you don't see anything, and you're like, okay, so I'm at the age where this should be happening. How do I know? You test your skin. Now, if you press on your skin like this, and it, for instance, I'm pressing on my cheekbone right now, right? And you can see, I'm just going to do a little twirl like this. You can clearly see that it is more on the softer side. It is on the softer side. I'm doing like this. Now, this is all natural, guys. There's no fillers. There's no form. What is it that they use for Botox? Nothing like that is in here. It is soft. That's why I'm able to touch it like this. Now, if you're an expert and I'm doing this, you could basically have a fair idea of my age. Basically have a fair idea of my age. Now, remember, everyone is different and everyone age differently. There's some people that age faster and some people age slower, okay? But when it comes on to collagen, guys, it's obvious that for the most part, depends on if you're doing supplement, yes or no. So you can see that my skin is on the softer side, in spite of the fact that I personally like to do my facial massages and do all of that good stuff. But because of my age, my collagen production has drastically slowed down. It has drastically slowed down that if I wasn't like taking care of my skin, if I wasn't like using collagen, both collagen cream and collagen supplement and all of that, I probably would have more of, at my age, more of a, I'm trying to make something funny, guys, even though it's really not funny. I would probably have a deeper laugh line. I probably would have a even more drooper looking neckline and also sagging jawline. And that is because of loss of a collagen. So when you lose that collagen, you see the wrinkles, under the eyes. You see, if you have forehead wrinkles, you also see the forehead wrinkles, and you find the sagging jawline and all of that. So what do you do to look younger without running to get some fillers or some Botox? You practice a way to tighten and firm in the skin. Go ahead and comment if you're just joining, guys. It is Sunday Chit Chat, and we're just chit chatting. And you can also ask questions, guys, and we're keeping it real here. This is what we do on Sunday Chit Chat. We chit chat, we answer questions. So don't just watch and not comment, guys. Go ahead and comment while you watch. Okay? So we're going to spin a little. So when we spin a little, please don't leave. Just bear with us because, you know, yeah, just bear with us because we're not operating on the highest internet speed right now. So the first thing you got to do is to make sure that you have a skincare routine. And that skincare routine that you're going to have is going to base on tightening and firming the skin. So how are you going to do that? The first thing you need to know is what area on your face do you need to work on more? Some people have forehead wrinkles. Some people, the laugh line is really deep. Some people have more of a sagging jawline. Overall, some people sometimes want an overall lift to the face. Now, once you get that down pack, what you need to what you want for your face, then you are going to choose products and remedies according to what you are looking for your face. Now, collagen is the number one because that's what you're trying to put back. So you are going to get like a collagen cream, or you are going to get like collagen supplement, or you're going to get products such as clay mask. These are things that help to tighten and firm the skin. You're going to seek out like some retinol, and I just mentioned like collagen cream, some bakuchiol, you know, stuff like that that is hanging around some people home or hanging around in your facial products. Those are the things that you're going to seek out to use on the skin to build it back. How many of you do collagen powder, or how many of you do any form of a and supplement? If you do, comment, guys, because I normally love to share a quick and easy So as I was saying, we will spin a little bit today. Don't hang up when it starts to spin. We will be back. It's just the internet is a little slow today. Right. So here's a quick and easy recipe that I normally share. I normally share this with you. Like once you have some bones as in meat bones, whether it is chicken bones, whether it is beef bones, whether it is a pork bone, it doesn't matter. Just put all of that in a pot. If you eat chicken, beef, pork, all of these kind of meat, if you eat these and you have the bone, you can actually store them in a Ziploc bag. Don't throw them out, just store all of them in a Ziploc bag and freeze it. And then when you're ready, you just take it out, pour it in a pot, pour some water, put some scallion, put some garlic, put some whatever seasoning that you have, just celery, just parsley, just throw everything in there and boil it up for a while. Boil it for about an hour on slow fire, and then you just strain that off, and you have that to take a cup of that right throughout the week. That is fresh collagen right there, guys. That is really, really, really fresh collagen drink that you're getting. So that is like the easiest and the most natural way to make a collagen broth if you don't want to go out and buy yourself some collagen powder, because most of you are not aware that if you do collagen, now they do have vegetarian collagen these days. But anyway, we'll talk about that also later. But that is want to go and buy that collagen that you're buying out there. That is the same way they make it, guys. It's just meat scraps and all of these things that they use to make that collagen powder. How many of you actually eat not yogurt, jello? How many of you eat jello? If you are getting on in age, believe it or not, jello is good for you because it is loaded with collagen. Did you all know that jello is made from the scraps of meat, like the same bone like any of these little meat, like in the butcher shop, all these little part of the meat that they don't want, the bony part and stuff like that. That is what they used to make Jello. Do you all know that? And that is the same thing that they used to make collagen powder. So if you have your bones at home, you can go ahead and you can make that natural collagen drink for yourself. That's gonna help if you don't want to go the supplement route. Now, Tiff, I sell a supplement. Okay, so she's selling a supplement, maybe collagen. Now, Camille, these lines are literally very scary when you first start noticing them. Very, very frightening. And one of the reasons, let me put this comment up, guys. Let me put this comment up. Now, one of the reasons why it's scary is because, and I know exactly what you're saying, because it kind of open your eyes that you're aging. Now, we all know we're aging, and we start out as baby, we keep growing, but people sometimes do not even think about until they get to the edge, when they started to see little wrinkles popping up there and little things that happen to us when you're getting on in age. That's when people start, like for me personally, that's when I started to know that I am actually aging, because I never ever think about like aging, like, oh my goodness, I am getting old. Like I never used to like think about these kind of things, because I always I feel like really, really young. But when those lines start to come up, when I start to look at my neck and I start to see the wrinkles on my neck, that's when I realized, oh my goodness, I am getting old. Like, yeah. So that's when I started thinking that I need to nip it in the butt. I need to nip it in the butt. So this is how I do my little facial stuff to keep me looking younger for longer. As I said, we can't stop the aging process. We can only fix it. Now, even if, and this is a true story, it's something that I like to look at and something that I like to kind of criticize a little bit. Now, there's so many people out there, like I was looking at, I am not going to say the name because it's a very, very famous singer. In a lot today. But anyway, yeah, so I was looking at this famous singer, right? And one of a singer that I really, really love, grew up with and everything like that. And she's really getting on in age. I'm almost sure that she's somewhere in her 80s or somewhere like that. And of course, it's obvious that she did a face job. I don't think it is just Botox, because her face is looking really, really young. And you could, you know the look that people, like if I go out and do a facelift right now when I come back on, you guys will know immediately, like, okay, yeah, something is off right here. So you could tell that she did a facelift. However, most likely a face and a neck. So she probably fix her neck too, because everything there just looks and rosy. But her movement could clearly show that she's older. Yes, her movement could clearly show. So you're looking at this young looking person, but when they walk, they're like walking old, walking old. So I'm just saying that to say, I don't know about this facial, like, facial lift and all of these kind of things. I think when you do it, it shouldn't be where you look so young. So let's say I'm 57, right? And I'm gonna go get a facelift. I shouldn't get a facelift that makes me look 25. Because if my face is gonna be looking that young and my body movement, the way I walk, my everything about me is 57 or 50, then it shouldn't be. You should like fix it that it look a little 10 years younger or so, but not that young, because it's kind of look like a puppet thing to me. That's that if you can stay as close as possible, sorry guys, we're spinning a lot today, but anyway, if you could stay as close as possible to looking good, you know, a little 10 years fine. I'm sorry, guys. I see we're spinning a lot today, and I'm so sorry that this is happening. Our internet is not really all that great today. But anyway, we're continuing. So here are the remedies. You do that supplements. One person is selling the supplement. Jill put the collagen powder in her coffee. What brand for gelatin? The plain, yes, plain gelatin all the way. However, you do not lose anything if you do flavor. It's just that you add. Okay, and if you're into the flavor, that's still fine. You could do flavor, you could do plain gelatin. The flavor, the gelatin is just that they add some of them, it could be artificial flavor to the gelatin. But yes, that gelatin right there, a spoon of it is amazing for boosting collagen. And that's like the cheapest way. That is like a short, not like a shortcut. How would you say? That's like a cheating way to get collagen without having to pay the price for the collagen powder, because these days collagen powders are so expensive, like way too expensive, right? So either you make your little bone broth at home, or you get that jello. Make the jello, whether you're using the flavor, the plain is even better because nothing is added to it. But you know, flavor is still as good. You're still reaping that benefit. All right, so here's what we're doing now. Once we have our cream, peptide, guys, also peptide, collagen peptide for your skin. You can't go wrong. Retinol, you can't go wrong. And the new found bakuchiol. Now, bakuchiol is everywhere. Now, people are saying that the bakuchiol is even better than the original retinol that is made from like soy, right? Now, bakuchiol is like this newfound oil. It's not really that new, but technology now make it new because now they discover that it is working and getting rid of the wrinkles and the fine lines, just the way vitamin A works on the skin. And this is plant-based, okay? It's totally plant-based, and it's just in the form of an oil. They take that oil and you can use it in a serum, you can use it in a cream, or you can use it, you know, in a toner, wherever you want to use that oil, or you can use a raw bakuchiol oil on the face. I normally bring it a little bottle in my DIY, and I really introduced it to the channel a long time ago, like the raw form of it, which is good for the skin. Now, once you have these ingredients, it's not going to just sit there and work on the skin. Your collagen is just not, your cheeks bones are not just going to start to look good. The forehead lines are not just going to disappear. You actually have to use it. So here's what you do. You make sure that you are cleansing your skin AM and PM. Use collagen at night and use anything else in the daytime. Whether you're using a anti-aging cream collection or not collagen, I mean retinol at night, and anything else in the daytime like the collagen. How do you spell it? The bakuchiol, is Claudia here? Because normally Claudia would do some writing for me. Now, I'll get it for you at the end of the show, because then I will have to go in the comment and write it, and I'm solo here today. All right, so yes, so you cleanse the face AM and PM. Here is something else that you need to do to use along with these creams. You got to get a facial mask. Why are we doing a facial mask? We're doing a mask that's going to tighten and firm the skin also. A mask that is loaded with collagen is also very good. Our ingredients that can help to reduce wrinkles and fine lines and boost collagen and elastin, like blueberry, green tea, avocado. All of these ingredients are special ingredients that can help your face to look younger than your actual age. So here what you do, you use that mask at least 2 to 3 times for the week. At Chichi Beauty Skincare, we make anti-aging masks. We have green tea, we have avocado, we have blueberry, and the blueberry mask, guys, you're not going to find anywhere except on alexmaxi.com. We have two special products from Chichi Beauty collection. As a matter of fact, 3 special products made with blueberry, which are exclusive. And even if you go on Amazon, if you just go into Google, you just go. Do you know that we make this here first, guys? The only thing out there that you will find, you'll find a blueberry sheet mask, but you're not going to find a blueberry clay mask. Well, let me shut up, guys, because maybe by now they already copy. But we're the first one that come up with the blueberry clay mask. We have the blueberry scrub, and we also have the blueberry coconut water facial toner. So if you have not tried blueberry on your face, you can check these products out on our website, alexmaxey.com. Now, this is clay based, and our masks are clay based. Now, clay have to draw impurity from the skin. So if you have blackhead, whitehead, any little thing that is going on with the skin, large open pores, then you will need a clay or a mud mask to use on the skin. And I like to talk about the way clay work on the skin, because some people cannot see, how am I going to use a clay mask to tighten and firm my skin? But try it. You put the mask on the face and you leave the mask on for at least 30 minutes, and then you rinse off. Or the way our masks are made, we make them that you can also use a little bit for your overnight. So put a little on the face, use it overnight. We also make our mask where you can wash your face with the mask. So you can take a little of the clay mask, rub it, and it's come almost like it's soapy. You wash your face with it. That's going to help to tighten from the skin. And if you have large pores, it's going to help to shrink those pores. But you got to use it at least 2 to 3 times a week. Now, the next, which mask is better for dry skin? If you have very, very dry skin, go for the mud. Go for the mud, because the clay will dry your skin out more than the mud is really good for dry skin. However, the way we make the mask at Chichi Beauty, we make it so that even if you have dry skin, you can use it. If you notice that our masks are more creamier, they are more like a lotion, not a lotion. They're more like a cream base. So when I don't have an open one right here with me. Other than that, I would show you how creamy they are. And when you put them on the skin, that's one of the reasons why you can just rub them out like this. If you put a little bit and it like disappear on the skin, because we design it like that. We design it like that because we also want people to use it at night as an overnight mask. So you can use it as a thin layer on the skin and it comes off on your skin just like a cream. I cannot swear for others, but we definitely design these like that. So good for dry skin also, and we put a little oil in it, so it is also good for dry skin. But if you have really, really dry skin, overall is a mud mask, and we have the mud mask in the avocado. So our avocado mask is mud, and our bamboo charcoal mask is also mud based. So the rest of the masks are clay based, but the avocado is amazing for the skin. And I know some of you might be wondering, why did you put the avocado in the mud instead of in the clay? It's just because the avocados also have more fat in it, and for dry skin you're adding more moisturizer to the skin. So that's just why we use the avocado in the mud instead of in the clay. But go ahead and try our mask, guys. We also have the carrot, which is going to also tighten and firm the skin, but also give your skin that natural glow on the skin. Now, most of you guys are saying that you're late, and we were also late. That's why we're still here. And a lot of people might be like, oh, they're not coming on the show because the show is wrapping up. Well, we're just half an hour into it because we were late. Wasn't sure if I was going to make it to do the show, and I didn't put out any thumbnail or anything like that, just in case. But then I came in and I realized, okay, half an hour late, I could still do the show. So that's why we are a little late today. So we are all late for the show, but we're here, and that is the most important thing. So once you use that clay mask or mud mask 2 to 3 times a week on the face, then you are really on your way for tightening and firming the skin. At night, you are going to use some retinol, or you're going to use any anti-aging skincare products you have on your skin at night. In the daytime, you're going to go try to use some products that contain collagen. I like to use my retinol at night, and I like to use collagen in the daytime, along with vitamin C. I also use vitamin C because I also want that glow. When you use a collagen cream on the skin, collagen cream is not giving you glowing skin. What the collagen cream is doing is giving you a more tighter, a more firmer looking skin, while the vitamin C is going to give you that glow. So that's why I use both vitamin C and collagen cream. Now the retinol now is in a class by itself, because the retinol do a lot of things. It tighten and firm, and it also clear hyperpigmentation on the skin. So the retinol is also like cleaning up the skin at night. And another thing that is great for the skin is hyaluronic acid. Now, how is hyaluronic acid going to help with collagen? Because it lock the moisture in the skin, prevent the water from escaping from the skin. So what happened when you use hyaluronic acid along with these products, the water is locked, and when the water is locked in the skin, it gives your skin a more plumper appearance. Okay, that is one of the reasons why they are this new thing that they call slugging, like slugging the skin, meaning that you're going to use any form of a humectant like coconut oil or Vaseline on the skin, or any thick cream base. You use it on the skin generously and go to sleep with it when you wake up in the morning, because the water didn't escape from the skin and it lock everything in the skin. Then it give you this fresh look to the skin. So just imagine you are taking care of your skin and you're using, let's say, your retinol, and once or twice a week, then you also do that slugging on the skin. Then it's going to give you that more youthful, that plumper, that look like you just went and get some fillers or some Botox done. So that's what we are all talking about. Now, if you're new here, guys, welcome to Sunday Chit Chat. It is Sunday Chit Chat, and I know some people like, oh, they're not doing the show today because we didn't post our thumbnail. So some people are just not turning up, or some people might get a notification and be like, okay, so the show is on, but they're looking at the time and like, but they're probably wrapping up now. But we're here, and I am just happy to be here. Now, Tracy, my biggest concern is my eye area, dark circles and fine lines. I don't have puffy under eyes a lot. I would like to look 30 years younger. Okay, yes. So you're not digging me with this, if you are, let's say you're 60, you should look like 45. You want 30 years younger, but make sure, here's what I am saying. And I myself would like to look 30 years younger in a sense. If my body motion is going to be there also, like people are like fit these days, right? How many of you work out? If you're watching now, guys, let me know. Do you all work out? How many of you are like into like, oh, I got to make sure that my arms are tight and firm? How many of you are like, oh, I got to get this stomach down, like, and my legs, and how many of you are into that? I feel like, Rosalind, welcome to the live show. Now, I feel like if your body can keep up to the younger look to your face, then that is good. You don't want to look 30 in your face, your neck and décolleté, and then you're walking hunch over like you can barely make it. I mean, some people don't care. Some people are going to be like, let me look younger regardless of my movements, regardless of the motion, regardless of anything. Just let me look younger. But yes, the honest truth is, can you use retinol and collagen cream at the same time? Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can use retinol and collagen, but you don't use retinol with vitamin C. You don't use retinol with any other acid, except you can use retinol with hyaluronic acid. That is the only acid that you mix retinol with. So don't use retinol with like vitamin C, because that's citric acid. You don't lose alpha hydroxy acid. Once the ingredient ends with acid, you stay away with your little retinol. But retinol can be used with collagen. So yeah, and you can layer it too. Especially like for some people who are very sensitive to retinol. And if you put a little retinol and you like, just put a little bit of a collagen with it on the skin and you're good to go. But don't try it with vitamin C, because two acid clash can cause a reaction on the skin. Very, very good question. Now, Jill, 106 Fahrenheit here, and I should be using hyaluronic acid. Aha. Yes, it's very warm here today too. But the funny thing about it is, like, I want to be outside, because after going through this rough winter, I call it like a really, really rough winter, having a nice hot days, like, let me just soak in the sun. Let me just soak in it, even though it's really, really hot. But like for 106, it's too hot even to go outside. So you're still stuck in the house, which you can't win, huh? You can't win. If it's too cold, you can't go outside. And if it's too hot, you can't go outside. Can you give me any suggestion on hydrating my hands? Yes. And the reason why I'm saying yes and smiling is because another I have this right here. So because I have really, really dry hands, no joke, this is true. And most of you already know that my hands are always dry, always. I use oils on my hands, right? And let's see, I think I have one here. This is what I'm currently using on mine because I tend to wash my hands a lot. And also I noticed that since I got older, even though I am trying to hydrate, am I still frozen? If I freeze up a little, guys, don't hang up. It's not gonna last for more than about 30 seconds since our internet is a little slow. Okay, so just hang on in there. If it freezes a little, it will come back in less than 30 seconds. So, okay, so here's what I do for my dry hands. I use a good old aloe vera gel. Now, this is our brand, and this is the pink. It don't have to be the pink or the green. It could be either or any aloe vera gel you have. Of course, it's not, sorry guys. It's nice to try the Chichi Beauty aloe vera gel. The next problem that we're having is pollen. Crazy pollen, guys. But anyway, the rain came a few days ago and kind of washed it off a little bit. All right, so my remedy. And right now I just came in and I just washed my hands and I didn't even put anything on it because I didn't have the time to. And I'm looking at it right now and it is dry. So I'm going to show you. Where's my camera? See, I have dry hands. You can see. So this is what I am currently using. Aloe vera gel. Today is apricot oil. What do you call this, guys? Do you say apricot or do you say apricot? I tend to say apricot, okay? All right, so I take the aloe vera gel. Camera, where's the camera? Okay. 1 to 2 drops, not a lot. That's my apricot oil. And if you don't know anything about apricot oil, guys, make it your friend, okay? Make apricot your friend, especially if you're getting on in age, because it is loaded. It's similar, very similar to rosehip seed oil, loaded with vitamin A, it have vitamin C, it's have linolenic acid. As a matter of fact, I say rosehip seed oil, but my closest oil that I tend to compare retinol with, apricot oil with, the one I think that come the closest to castor oil, believe it or not. And you can check it out for yourself. Check out the composition of the apricot oil. Very, very close to castor oil. So if you can get castor oil, try using some apricot oil. So I have aloe vera gel and apricot oil in my hands right now. And this is what I have been using. Not only that, not only your hands, but for most people that would ask for dry skin for like your older adult, is the aloe vera for oil for entire body, not only just your hands. And this thing work as a charm, okay? Work as a charm. And some Maya, hi Maya, welcome, welcome, welcome. Ever since YouTube kind of changed up the handles and started to put like numbers to it, and so sometimes some of my followers are here and I don't even recognize them because of the numbers at the end. But I see Maya is here. Okay, so yes, and now take a look at that. Where's my camera? See? So that is, and it's not gonna leave your hands sticky, and it feel like you wash your hands. That's how it feel. It feel like you just wash your hands with water, and it's not. It's just good. Just try it. Whether you are using the green or you're using the pink, and you can keep it on your decks. You can keep both on your decks. And every time your hands get dry, you use it. However, when you use the oil with the aloe vera, you realize that your hands is not that dry until you wash it. Okay, until you wash it, because you all know, guys, what you if you wash 3, 4, 5 times a day, it depends on also the field of work that you're in. You might be washing your hands a lot, so just put it on, you go, you wash your hand again, but it do keep your hands even better than if you didn't mix the two together. So I don't really buy hand cream anymore, because years ago I used to indulge a lot in hand creams. Always have them. Maybe if I like turn my head, I will see one. But what I find that I was still doing was put in oil, a little bit of extra oil in the hand cream, until I discovered that, oh, why not just use the aloe vera gel? And not only that, when you use the aloe vera gel, especially like we are going into the warmer months, you can use that aloe vera gel all over your skin, because it is good for softening this UV ray on the skin, like kind of protecting your skin. It is not a sunscreen, but it also helps. Okay, is the next best thing. Okay, so if you don't have sunscreen and you have some aloe vera gel, just slather it on over your hands and go about your merry business. But of course, you need to keep applying it just as though you would apply sun cream. So mix aloe vera gel with any of your oil. It don't have to be the apricot oil. It could be any oil, and use it on your hands. And if you have like dry crack ears, you can put even some of the aloe vera gel in that Vaseline and use it on your feet. You know, how many of you, now that you're getting older, you find that your feet are more dry? Don't lie, guys. Don't lie. Or how many of you, like, if you go get your feet done, some people go get their feet done. I tend to go and get my feet done once in a while. I am not like the type of person that have to get it done like every 3 weeks or every month. And like, no, 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 no. Because, you know, I can my feet a little too, but your feet done. And that nowadays you find it's a little bit more crustier than when you were younger, because you're getting old and the loss of collagen and all of that. Your feet are not as soft like baby. And like for me, let me speak for myself. They're not as they used to be. So I have to like constantly be putting stuff on, like whether I'm putting on Vaseline, yes, I said it, or I'm putting on aloe vera gel, I'm mixing it with some oils. And I normally make videos for foot care. I'm going to go back to making some of those videos where I put sometimes I use shea butter, sometimes I use petroleum jelly, and I would have like coconut oil, aloe vera oil, maybe rose, any oil that I have. And sometimes I even put a little bit of, if I want a little fragrance to it, a little bit of a essential oil to it, and put it on my feet, because I put on a socks, and that's keep my foot looking a little bit better, pretty closer to what it used to be back then. Because now, as I said, they are not as, they're dry. They are dry, just like the hands. My hands are, I used to always wash my hands just the same. And they never used to be this dry. And I'm drinking as much water. And that's another thing, guys. When you're getting on in age, try to keep up with the water. And I'm saying try to keep up with the water, because it's not only about not drinking enough water so your hands are dry, or your feet are dry, or your body is dry. It's also about binding up. You know, yeah. If you're not eating those numbers, okay, so then you give yourself like hot Cynthia or hot. Okay, good. Because yes, sometimes the numbers kind of throw me up, but that's just a YouTube thing. All right, so yeah, where was I? What was I talking about? Lose my train of thought. Like I don't remember. Where was I? I was talking about the feet and mixing things to put on your, yeah, somewhere there I was. But anyway, as I was saying, which I don't really remember what I was saying, dry skin, dry skin, dry skin, dry skin. It will come back. It will come back where I was. But let's what is aloe vera drink? Okay, aloe vera drink is, you can make it yourself or you can buy it. Now, personally for me, I don't like the aloe vera drink that they sell because it's loaded with sugar. So you can get an aloe vera leaf, you can take out the gel in the middle, You can throw some water, you can blend it up, and you can drink that like that. That is aloe vera drink. But if you're like the type of person, and it's really do a lot of things, claim to do a lot of things. Now, if you're really like that person that like sweet, something sweet to it, then you're gonna go add some sugar, add some Splendor, add some whatever sweetener, that stevia, monk fruit. I'm actually using monk fruit nowadays, guys. I kind of jump on this monk fruit bandwagon. However, I don't overindulge in it. Like if I'm making a cup of tea, most of the time I do it without any form of a sugar. But if I feel like it's a tea that I need a little sweetness to it, I'm now trying the monk fruit. And why am I trying the monk fruit? Because it could be a trend, to be honest. It could be a trend, although it's science backed that it doesn't affect your blood sugar level, and it is considered to be one of the safest sugar substitute out there right now. Don't know if a few years from now if they're gonna say, well, the monk fruit isn't. We have been there. We know we are coming from what was the first one in that little pink package? And I can't remember the first little pink package one. And everybody was using that, which in fairness, doesn't affect your blood sugar level if you use it in moderation. However, they're talking about whatever it is made from and other side effects, and then they just basically beat it up and bring in the Splendor. And nowadays, sometimes they're talking about like if you overdo with Splendor, like it's not as, and now they're bringing like monk fruit and stevia. Well, stevia have been around a while and getting still up there. So it's stevia, and now monk fruit is considered better than stevia. So I say try to drink your thing without sugar. Because the honest truth is that is what I am trying to do. I've been there before though, where I like just cut sugar, and then I go back to having a bit of a sugar, and now I'm back to trying to cut it, but I go with the monk fruit. Like 2-3 years from now, they might say it's not as good. But anyway, that's just how it is. So try to stay off of the trend. Right? If you're using the Splendor and it has been good and working for you, then it is what it is, right? But I like to try new things, so that's how they could catch me easier. And talking about sugar, guys, that's another thing that you really have to cut down on when you're getting on in age. Not only about you know um diabetes and all those kind of things, but for your overall health, and even with your skin, less sugar also make your skin look better, right? Natural sugar, that is. And when I say natural sugar, here's the truth. And I think still people is a little confused with this whole sugar thing, because they normally tell you to do natural sugar, meaning that natural sugar, you can get it from fruits and vegetable. Now, nowadays, we're at the stage where they're telling you that you got to go easy. And this is the truth, though. You got to go easy. It's true story. I love honeydew, like honeydew melon. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I would cut a honeydew melon, and I would eat a good quarter of the melon. Well, they're normally very small, right? And I'm thinking that I'm, eating healthy because I'm doing like my fruits and my vegetables. So I'm eating this honeydew melon, and sometimes I have the other one, the orange looking one, which is the cantaloupe, and of course I'm eating like grapes and strawberries and blueberries is something I eat all the like have it in my mouth or so. But the honest truth is, when you are really watching sugar, you can't indulge too much in fruits, because fruits are loaded with sugar. So now they're telling you like go cut it easy with the fruits and then do the berries. Blueberries, raspberry, what are the blackberries? Those are better because they contain less sugar and are even more better where antioxidant is concerned for the skin. I say eat in moderation, but ever since I realized that even eating a couple slices of honeydew melon could really show off your blood sugar level, then I started to go a little easier. I look at fruits a little different. A little slice of fruit is good. A little slice of honeydew melon, 2 strawberries, about 6 or 7 blueberries, and that's good. Not a whole half or a whole quarter of a whole honeydew melon, like I thought that I was doing myself justice, and because I'm not eating soda, drinking sodas and all these kind of things. But the sugar is sugar. Okay? Sugar is sugar. Another thing that people tend to say is, if you eat, now there's some truth to certain things, but if it contains starch, it's still sugar. So you still have to eat it in moderation. A lot of people will not eat rice because it's too much starch in the rice. But like my Caribbean people, they would go and they would eat like a whole sweet potato or a regular baked potato or some yams or even some green bananas, but they're not eating the rice. But the truth is, the sugar is still loaded in the yam. The sugar is in the green banana, not the green banana, and the sugar is in any of those. Some people call it provision or brown food, is still in there. And when I say the sugar, is because it's starch, and starch turns to sugar. So you still have to eat those kind of things in moderation. But before, you were thinking that you're eating natural stuff. A lot of people think it's only the processed stuff that's really affect you. No, the natural stuff affect you too. You have to eat it in moderation. It's just that maybe, just maybe, you have less of the natural stuff than, let's say you buy a bag of crackers. You'd sit and you'd eat all the crackers, and 5 crackers would be like 23 grams of carbohydrate. But if you're eating natural food, then you probably would eat like just a little piece of yam or something like that. That's the only difference. So always be mindful, guys, of what you're eating, regardless if it's fruits and vegetables. Yes, you still got to look out for the hidden carbs in those. And that also can keep your skin looking good. When you like flush the system out and all of that, then your skin look really good, and you drink water. How many of you believe that you should be drinking 64 ounces of water per day? If you believe that, comment, guys, and let me hear from you, and I'll go ahead and answer that. Grapefruit is a low sugar fruit. Yes. Now, this is something I used to practice years ago. I used to have a half a grapefruit just before I eat dinner. Just before I eat dinner, I have a grapefruit. Someone introduced that to me, and I was doing it for years and years and years because, it also cut the appetite and all of that good stuff, and good for the digestive system. No, was telling people like, oh, you can have like a little piece of a grapefruit before you meet, because that's something I used to do. However, people that are at a certain age, for the most part, they are on certain type of medication, and that is one fruit that mess with their medication. So, depending if you're on certain kind of medication, guys, when you're going to do the grapefruit, just make sure to check that out first. Okay, consult the doctor and make sure that it is okay with whatever medication you're taking. But yes, grapefruit juice is good, fresh. Just take that grapefruit and eat it anytime you see it around. Very, very good for a lot of things. When it comes on to your diet. Yes, I believe, but I don't drink that much. Okay, so I personally think that the 64 ounces a day is a myth. Now, I kind of really think it's a myth, to be honest, guys. I know you should load up on water. The more water you drink, it's good for you, but you don't really have to do that 64. I really don't think you have to do that 64 ounces, because everyone's body is different. And just imagine, let's say an older person, and they're drinking that 64 ounce of water per day, and the body is not like consuming that amount of, so they're at the bathroom like ever so often. After a while, the body tend to kind of tolerate it. But water is good. Water is key. So I'm saying, yes, drink the water. But if you don't do that 64 ounce per day, don't beat up on yourself. If you do 48 or 36 and your body feel good, it is good. It is good enough. It is good enough. I That's just my belief, guys. Everyone is different and everyone might think differently, but that's just how I think. But we were talking about collagen. If you're just joining, welcome to the live show. Jill, I drink way less than 64 of water a day. I'm okay too. Yes, don't kill yourself for the 64. Like, I know someone that basically don't drink water. Like, based, and this is true story, guys. I know someone that basically didn't, is in the past, drink water. It's like a force to drink the water, and that person lived to be 100 years old in good health. So I'm not saying don't drink water, because hydration is the key. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying that you don't have to just beat up on yourself if you don't do 64 ounces a day. If you do 28, if it's good, but you just have to make sure you get some hydration. You got to make sure that you drink some water, but it don't have to be the 64 ounces of water. But it's good to drink enough that you're not binding up, make you go easier, because it helps. Yes, it helps. If you don't drink the water for a couple of days when you're getting on older, you'll know. And some of you know, you don't go, you can't go, you're forcing to go and all these kind of things. But if you drink the water, and like that grapefruit, just eat the inside of it too. That, what you call that, the outer part that cover the grapefruit itself, just chew all of that and swallow it. Roughage, that also help you to go. It's also better to, if you're gonna go orange. Orange is loaded with carbohydrate, guys. Years ago, orange juice, orange farmers were like getting a beaten left and right when they come out with Atkin. This is gonna tell my age for some of you who don't know my age. When they came out with Atkin and the 20 gram of carbs only for the day. And how do I know it was only 20 gram of carbs for the day? Because that's the one diet that I went on that actually worked very, very well for me for years and years, which it becomes a lifestyle and not like a diet. And then I could tell how much grams of sugar I'm getting on, or how much gram of carb I'm eating for the day, which my body tend to do well not eating carbs. Some people, I know someone that have to have a little rice or some form of a carbohydrate to function, and they didn't gain weight or anything like that. So I could be here, like my system, if I do mostly vegetables, I could, like, shed the pounds and, looking all good and all of that, while another person doing all the vegetable and stuff just don't look right because they need a little carbohydrate. So you actually have to actually know your body also. And that person didn't gain weight or anything, but they got to get that little carbohydrate. So know yourself. For me, less carb is better because I tend to gain weight around my midsection. And that is where it just keep packing on. But when I find that I eat less carb and more vegetables, then my body look better and feel better. You don't necessarily have to drink the 8 glasses of water per day, but it's important to keep hydrated. Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. And I guess later on in life, they're going to change from telling you, oh, you need that 64 ounces of water per day, and let you know you got to stay hydrated, but you don't have to do all of that. If there's a day that you feel like you want to drink 64, you do it. If another day come, you don't feel like you want to do 64 and you can do 28 ounces of water, so you do it. Just stay hydrated. How do you eat rice safely? Like, okay, let me see if I could answer this question. How do you eat rice safely? Now, different parts of life or walks of life or different countries and so on prepare rice in a different way. Now, because I'm always like, out there hunting about rice. It's Chris from Hi, Chris. Welcome to the live show. And you were here last week too. Welcome back. So what I learned is that some people wash their rice several times before they cook it because they're trying to get rid of the starch. Now, I have a friend that, okay, let's not say a friend, because this is a whole country that do this thing. Let's say in Guyana, but there are other countries I think that do it too. But let's say in Guyana, they boil their rice in water and then they pour that water off. They strain the rice. So it's boiled in a lot of water and it's strained. So they're straining off the excess starch. Now, I used to be like, I'm Jamaican, guys. We don't boil rice and strain rice off, to be honest. And I used to be the one that would be like, oh my goodness, I don't think that rice tastes good because you're boiling the rice and you're straining the rice, the water off, and then you leave the rice there in a strainer to drip, drop, drain. And I just don't like my rice like that. However, let's think about the science behind that, guys. You're boiling the rice, so the first stage of boiling the rice, you're extracting that starch. So not all the starch is going to be gone, but at least half of the amount of starch that is in that rice is totally gone. That would be a healthier rice to eat than, let's say, how we Jamaican boil the rice with the water till it boil right down. Everything is still in that rice. So I kind of came up with something that I would prefer to do, like boil the rice, strain it off, put it back in the pot. It's too long, but anyway, and maybe still had a little more water to it and let it dry down to suit my taste when it comes on to rice. But yes, the honest truth is either or either. The truth is you just have to eat less of it. And less of it means that you eat a quarter cup or the most a half a cup of rice. A half a cup of rice won't hurt you. You can eat a half a cup of rice every day. A half a cup of rice probably will give you the most 20 grams or 15 grams. That's cooked rice I'm talking about of 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 carbohydrates, and that really can hurt. It's still under that 20 gram. So you would have to like substitute if you're staying in, let's say, a 40 gram of carbs per day, then it won't. But the reason why some people think we would consider like, oh, rice and these things are bad for us is because we eat too much of it. Too much of it at one sitting. That's what makes it bad. Some people can't eat a quarter cup of rice. Some people can't eat a half a cup of rice. They're like, oh, what is that going to do to me? Da, 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 da. So we go and we eat 2 cups of rice, cooked rice, or most people going to eat over a cup of cooked rice. So that's when it is bad. But cut it down to a half a cup of rice. You're still getting that rice taste. You had some vegetable to it and all of that. And you could eat rice every day. Some people eat rice every day and they're good to go. Is rice water good to use? Now, I use rice water to make facial serums and all of that because rice is really good for the skin topically also. When you use rice, I have like hundreds of recipes using both rice and rice water because I personally believe in it. I'm even working on a full line of products with rice. So yes, rice water is good, and a lot of people swear by it for your hair. Okay, I find the type of rice matter in terms of glycemic index. I do better with basmati rice and the type of rice used in sushi. Yes, that is that short, stocky rice. I do basmati. I do a lot of nowadays, to be honest. I do a lot of wheat, like bulgur wheat. I love bulgur. For rice, I like black rice. I do the black rice, the purple rice, and those are the kind of rice I tend to gravitate towards. But at the same time, when you look at the starch index, the starch is still there. So I try to eat less and not every day, like less, 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 less. Okay. Yes. So that is it. So anyone else have some quite thing to say about rice? Go ahead and comment about the rice. Someone is asking what rice is best. As I said, it's your preference. To be honest, it's your preference. It's just that if you can eat whatever rice you want to eat, that's what I would say. I would say eat whatever rice you want to eat. Just eat less of it, like way, way less of it. And if you have a method like the one I just mentioned to cut back on the amount of starch that you consume in the rice, then that is the way to go. And maybe people have even more ways of cutting back on the amount of starch that is in the rice. But you want that benefit from that rice when you eat it. So you get a little rice, not too much. Find a rice that you think is better for you. Like Jill is doing basmati, I'm doing black rice and purple rice and farro. Those are the kind of things I do eat. Quinoa And yeah, so that's what it is. Oh, Sweet and Low is the pink package. That's the one I was trying to remember. And for the life of me, I couldn't remember Sweet and Low. Anyway, guys, it's been an hour. We were already late, and it's Sunday Chit Chat. Now, if you're new to Sunday Chit Chat, you'll know that 90% of the time on Sunday Chit Chat, we go off topic. But if you want like a full skincare show, then watch our more like our evening series, or go and watch our 25-day skincare challenge, because those shows we don't switch. We don't talk about like we're talking about rice now, because this is what we do on Sunday Chit Chat. Sunday Chit Chat was really made to chit chat, and then we talk about a little bit of a skincare, but this is how we do Sunday Chit Chat, not necessarily just focus on the skin. So that's Sunday Chit Chat for today. Brown or white? I go brown. I love rice. Let me be clear on that. I am a rice person. I love rice, but I don't eat a lot of rice. I just train myself not to eat a lot of rice. I could eat rice every day. If it was a situation where I could eat rice and nothing, I don't have to worry about the carbohydrate. I don't have to worry about my age and my stomach, and all of that kind of stuff. I would eat rice every day. I would eat rice every day. I love me some good old rice, some peas. It doesn't matter if it's pigeon peas, black beans, bazanza, whatever beans, white beans. I'm a peas person too. So I love me rice and peas. I love sweet peas in the rice. I love rice. I love a good jasmine rice. I love a good basmati. When I get the basmati, I like my basmati rice to cook a little on the dry side. Not too soggy, just like, I love rice. But I had to like stop eating rice for like years, like 5-6 years. I don't eat rice, but it's something I love. But I realize when I consume, and it's not just only rice, it's more carb based. Like right now, I'm like about 20 pounds overweight, like my actual weight, and it's because I was just like going through stuff and eating whatever I want to eat, including rice. Yes. For the past like 4 months, as I was telling you a couple of weeks ago, I was like eating just whatever I want to eat, and that was rice too. But knowing my body, I also know when I eat too much of carbohydrates, then the weight comes on. So I try to avoid it. But yeah. So when I'm here, I'm not bashing rice because it's something I love, but you could discipline yourself, or you could treat yourself. Let's say you like rice a lot, eat rice every Sunday, or choose a day in the week where you just eat your rice, where you can't eat it 2, 3, 4 days and eat a big old plate. Or better yet, the best way to do it, try to break down the amount you eat till you get to a half a cup. Half a cup is not a lot. You eat a half a cup, you're still satisfying that rice crave without overdoing it. Pound yam and soup is our staple food, like 4 evenings in a week. I've never tried the pound yam, but it's something I would like to try. I would like to try that pound yam. It's like you boil, and I don't know if it's any special kind of yam, but you boil that yam and then you bam 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 bam. I think that would taste nice with like some stewed chicken or so. I'm a foodie, guys. I'm a foodie. Yes. Any question, guys? My time is up. I can't believe I'm actually over time. My time is up. It is Sunday, and this is Sunday Chit Chat. Now, I totally didn't get the chance to put that link if you want to be a part of our group, but I'm gonna bring it next week. Next week, I will be more organized. As I told you guys, I was out, and I try to run in just to get the show done. Go ahead and watch our daily videos, guys. And if you have not, if there's no video post, watch an older video that actually help the channel, and subscribe if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. And also, we post in community. Most days we are posting in the community. So go and check our community posting out daily. Give us a like, and don't forget, join us every Sunday at 4:30 p.m. for our live show, Sunday Chit Chat. And if you have topics for us, guys, you can also send them over. And, and if you want to be on the Sunday show, guys, you can also ask to be on our live show by just sending us an email at chichibeauty, KHICHIBEAUTY at gmail.com. So anyone want to be on any one of our live show, just send us an email, and then we'll get back to you with topic and all of that that's going to go on, and then you will give you a link so you could come and join our show. Thank you so much for watching Sunday Chit Chat. Love yourself, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in my next live video, and I also will see you in my regular videos. Thank you so much. I love you all. Have a great week. Bye-bye.